Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Jake here from the NRUK Racing League, and welcome back to the NRUK Cup Series. Playoff time is here once again. It is chase race number 5, and we are ready to go racing today from Texas in the Lone Star State. 34 laps around this quite big track. Who could potentially book their shot in the final 4 today? We'll find out. So far, we've only seen one playoff driver win in our 4 races. That was Joe Rutkowski back at Auto Club. However, the luxury of getting a win today means you will have a chance to fight for that championship. We still have 8 drivers left, all chomping at the bit, trying to win themselves an NRUK Cup Series championship. Mathis Wells grabs the pole today here in the 18 for Joe Gibbs Racing. Congrats to him. Behind him, Eli Bright looking to go 2 wins in a row. High starting chaser today will be Nathan Stapleton. He's plus 21 above the cut line. So Stapleton in great form could have a shot at the championship. The big story going into this one, chaser Evan Hunter minus 29 below the cut line. He needs a win, basically, to get into the final 4. He now fails inspection after qualifying along with Alex Fletcher and Zachary DeLello. It means he will have to start from the rear. A tough task on hand for the 11 of Evan Hunter today. Can he get it done? It's going to be an interesting one, but he's going to have to really pull off something of a miracle. 34 laps then. Shorter race this time round. Wells is on pole. Alexander Rose starts to his outside, the reigning champion. A lot of other guys looking here for another win. Jeff Bright won the first Texas race. He's looking to sweep the races this season. Anthony Charbois with another good start. Tim Garry still looking for a win. And then we have the chasers. Richardson and Scott are above the cut line. In fact, all the 4 above the cut line right now have good starting positions. They have Stapleton, Yo, Richardson and Scott. They're all above. Max Rossi is only 9 points below in that 41, so he has a great opportunity. While Keegan Thompson, Joe Rutkowski and Evan Hunter are all need good results today before the final race of the round at Charlotte. But here we go then. Once again, for the, I believe, the 20th time this season. Just 5 races remain in the NRUK Cup Series for season number 3. Who's going to be your champion? But who's going to win the race today? Green flag in the air. We're racing at Texas. Good start from Mathis Wells in the 18, but here comes the Hendrick Motorsports car of Eli Bright. We've seen him win at Dover last week. He's looking for back-to-back wins. Hasn't had an NRUK Cup Series win before then. Now might get 2 come at once. He's up through the middle of the racetrack. Here comes Tim Garry on the inside. Nathan Stapleton looking as well. Stapleton, 21 points above the cut line. He's kind of the safe for now. However, wreck could change that massively for any of your chase drivers. Really could cause a huge difference in their fortunes. So just stay out of trouble for the likes of Stapleton there. Caution out already. Oh, and there's wrecking. Well, Fenway's involved. Evan Hunter's going to have big damage. And my lord, what has happened here? Kind of surprised. Jeff Bright looks involved in it. In the 9 car, Roman Fenway is pull up. Cody Smart involved. And this is bad news for Evan Hunter. We knew he needed a must-win. He now is in a 100% certain must-win at Charlotte. Now, that car's torn up. And just a horrible weekend for Evan Hunter. He will not like to look back on these past 2 races because they've just been an atrocity for the 11 team. Big front-end damage there. Got no idea what happened. Just caution out early doors here, and likes of Trested, Riley Snare, Luke Evans, Fenway with damage again, and he's accelerating there. You want to calm down, Roman Fenway. Carl Friesen's got some damage. Samit Ozcan, Jeff Bright, Colton Yo. There you go, Colton Yo. Okay, now this is a bit different. Yo came into it only 18 points above the cut line. You'd think he will fix the damage, but that's going to impact his points massively. Now, this is big news for the 41 on Max Rossi. Rossi now has a great opportunity to capitalise here. Maybe force himself in the final 4. Okay, interesting. Let's go take a look, see how this wreck happened. Cottonio is coming back out on track. He will have a damaged race car, though. First caution day is out early doors here at Texas. And this is an interesting one here. 4 wide kind of off the turn. Spurley Chubio, Nonigan Scott and Jeff Bright. So Nonigan here, probably the luckiest out of all of them. They kind of just come for turning. They pinch a bit and then around goes the 14. Spun by the 12. He collects the 9 of Jeff Bright and then everyone really has nowhere to go. They just all pile into it like some Mitchell Collins. There's Luke Evans and Jensen Edwards going around. Roman Fenway into it. Alex Fletcher gets damaged. And then here comes Evan Hunter. Almost had it cleared. Just nails the 54 Carlton Friesen to get that kind of big damage. But yeah, an interesting one really. Don't know how the stack up kind of started with Edwards maybe. Edwards and... Let's have a look. Edwards here coming through the tri-oval. Yeah, he tried to get clear on the high side. Gets hit by the 13 and that spins Cody Smart around into it as well. Roman Fenway still not having a great time this season. Had a poor streak of races lately, really. Taking out another wreck here. Felix Janssen made it through. But yeah, this is quite big. Eli Bright is going to look to make a repeat of that Dover performance and try to lead as many laps as possible. Let's see if he can continue that when we get restarted shortly. Coming back to restart then on lap number 7. Evan Hunter's day is done. He's retired. It'll be last place points for the 11 and shoved into a must-win situation at Charlotte. It might not happen and that might be his championship hopes over for Evan. The order is as followed. Eli Bright is leading again. Tim Gary in second. Nathan Stapleton third. Jake Richardson fourth. Max Rossi is in fifth. Pole Sitter Wells is in sixth. It is P7 at the moment for Alexander Rowe. P8 for William Seaman. Charbois in ninth and Diego Pez rounding out the top 10. Colton Yo restarts in 37th. Can another one of these drivers capitalise like Rossi? Maybe even Keegan Thompson, but he's quite a way back through the field. Rutkowski's made early progress so far, but needs a top 5 to be in with a chance. Here we go then. Back restarting. Eli Bright out in front once again. Tim Gary is behind him. And we're going to get going for the first time today. See if we get any more wrecks. Hopefully they can keep it clean this time, but you never know here at Texas. It is a wreck kind of track. It can happen. And we're into the restart zone. Green flag in the air. Great restart from Eli Bright. Really pulled out on the 4 of Tim Gary there. Left the 4 sleeping in the dust. Be an incredible feat if the Brights could sweep Texas this year. Jeff won the first race. Can Eli win the second race? Tim Gary, though, wants to change that as of right now. He is on the back bumper of the ATA. Of course, Tim's still looking for a win this season. He's been an NRUK Cup Series veteran. Has a lot of wins in this series. He does not want to go winless this season. And now he's challenging the 8-8 for the lead. Here comes Tim Gary in the 4. Who's going to win the drag race down the backstretch. Nathan Stapleton trying to look to get involved as well. But a P3 for him at the moment will not be the worst of things. Off of the turn. Down the front stretch. Tim Gary is your new leader at Texas. The 4 car to the point. Let's talk about Stuart Haas Racing's program again. All their cars inside the top 10 this season. Once again here at Texas. It's been like that all season. Stuart Haas done such a good job with their cars this season. They've produced great equipment and they hope to continue that into the next season, which will be season number 5. Change for second place. Nathan Stapleton onto the inside of Eli Bright. He might clear him for P2. Stapleton making moves. He's already the points leader at the moment, but he wants to ensure that. He doesn't want to let that points lead slip, and he's getting the best points possible for that 42 team right now. Max Rossi's doing what he can, but currently stuck on the high side, not where he wants to be. Joe Rutkowski's made some great early progress. And that's going to help his case for a Final Four spot. How about Keegan Thompson as well? Richardson falling back on the high side. Nolan Scott quite a way behind in the pack. And then we have some more damaged cars. Colton Yeo somewhat off the pace and is struggling. The 4-car Tim Gary has left the rest of them in the dust to fight out for second. It's Nathan Stapleton and William Seaman at the front right now. Anthony Charbois has had a pretty poor season. Charbois on the way out in for season number 5. It will be Alex Fletcher coming in to replace him in the 20. So big break for Fletcher. Let's hope he can take that opportunity when he gets it. Fletcher will be replacing Charbois in the 20 for next season. In other news, this guy running in P2 right now, William Seaman, he's actually moving to Joe Gibbs Racing to drive the 19 next year. Riley Spurleytube instead is going to be heading over to the 10 car. So they've kind of done a swap there almost. In terms of drivers, Seaman will go to Joe Gibbs. Riley Spurleytube will join up with Stuart Haas Racing. As the two Stuart Haas boys out in front right now, it's Gary and Seaman trying to race for the lead. William Seaman to the inside of his teammate, trying to push the 4-car up the racetrack. To the stripe this time, Tim Gary led the lap, but William Seaman is hot on his heels. Charbois into the picture. Eli Bright's found himself back up towards the front in the 88. Joe Rutkowski breaking inside the top 5, doing a nice job right now. 3 wide down the backstretch behind them. Stapleton, Rowe, and Rossi. They sort it out between them though. Nice job from those guys getting that mess kind of sorted out there. It wasn't too bad. And meanwhile, out in front, William Seaman is your new leader. 10 cars to the front. But he's bringing that 88 of Eli Bright right with him on the inside. And Eli got a better turns 1 and 2. Might look to the inside here. Can't get the run as of right now. Going to get this support, though, from friend Joe Rutkowski on the inside this time. Rutkowski is looking really strong. He didn't have the best qualifying run, but the race pace is definitely there for the 1 car. Of course, a good result today will help the 1 team massively with their quest to get a championship. Anyway, lead change again. This man comes to the front for the 2nd time today. Eli Bright to the point again. Rutkowski just lurking in the wings in 2nd. Good battle for 4th between Tim Gary and Anthony Charbois. Stapleton's slipped back to 6th. Alexander Rowe inside the top 10. Rossi and Spurleytube battling. Keegan Thompson trying to work his way up through the field as well. The battle for 2nd place, though, is continuing. 10 car of William Seaman with a 1 car of Joe Rutkowski on his inside. 10 car does look strong, it has to be said. The 1 car also looks strong. A lot of strong cars up here towards the front, battling it out for a win. Of course, we've only seen 1 playoff driver get a win, and it was this man at Auto Club just a few races ago. Looking to change that today, though. Maybe make it win number 2 of his playoffs and win number 3 of the season for Rutkowski. Front 4 now single out. Stapleton is getting some good traction. Out at the 30, Adeglia Pez having a nice run. Richardson as well. Nolan Scott, Kyle Hunter, Keith Stevens, Luke Rainey having a decent going day in the 8 car, as well as William Duncan and Derek Hamill running out top 20. How about Felix Janssen in P20? Good job from Felix. Janssen is, of course, moving up next year. He's got a big-time break for Roush Fenway Racing, replacing the outgoing Roman Fenway, who will be transferring over to Team Penske next year. Team Penske going with an entirely new driver lineup next year. Despite having all 3 drivers in the chase this time round, Richardson, Scott and Stevens are all leaving. In come Roman Fenway to drive the 2 car. Cody Smart to the 12. And then Tim Gary will be driving that 22 car next season. So big moves there for Team Penske. Going to have a complete reshuffle of their driver lineup. On the opposite side, Hendrick Motorsports are a team that won't have much change next year. They're keeping 3 of their 4 drivers. Both the Brights and Keegan Thompson will be back. However, there'll be a change in the 24. Season 3 champion Alexander Rowe will be leaving the NRUK at the end of the season for a 1 season hiatus, we hope. He'll be gone from the 24 team. In comes Nolan Scott into that car for next season. So it's going to be good to see Nonigan driving the famed number 24 next year for Hendrick Motorsports. Just a few laps to go here, and Eli Bright might be the 4th driver to get back-to-back wins this season. We've already seen Keegan Thompson do it. We've seen Evan Hunter do it. We've seen Jake Richardson do it. Surely Eli Bright will not become the 4th driver. I mean, that would just be stupidly bonkers. Cody Smart is slow. They might catch him before this race ends. Just keep that in mind. To work our way through the field. Mac Johnson's somewhat off the pace today. Not a good day for the 6 team. And they're all kind of biding their time here, trying to make passes and positions. The top 3 have now settled down. Keegan Thompson has overtaken Nathan Stapleton for the 5th position. So a good run today for the 48 team. Can they hold on to this top 5? Would be a very nice bonus for him indeed. He needs as many points as he can get, Keegan Thompson, to fight for the NRUK Cup Series title. Rutkowski continues to look for 2nd on William Seaman, but they might try and work together to run down the leader, which is Eli Bright. And Rutkowski giving a big push to that back bumper of the 10 car. Now gets inside of him. Can he clear for 2nd place? Joe Rutkowski to the inside lane. Does he clear him? He won't. Not this time. Seaman is saying strong on the high side. Maybe into 3 and 4 is where the 1 can find the advantage. The 10 car is looking strong. You can't deny that. Got a great run on the high side this time by. And Eli Bright is loving this in his mirror right now. The more these guys do battle, the more he can try and kind of pull away from the pack. And that's also brought Anthony Charbois into this lead kind of gaggle. Seaman gets stuck on the high side. They've got to work together to catch the 88. You cannot stress that enough. They can't be making big 3-wide moves like this, my lord almighty. William Seaman went from top to bottom to make it 3 wide. That really hurt the one of Joe Rutkowski. And the 10 and the 20 are beating and banging off of 4. Rutkowski got hurt by that the most. And now Keegan Thompson is soaring up towards the front. Tim Gary. But these guys are just battling. Meanwhile, the 88 of Eli Bright is extending his gap out in front. Down into 3 or 4 again. These guys are battling too hard for 2nd place. Keegan Thompson does want to make as many positions as possible, but he's going to have to navigate through these 2 guys here. He might even be better off pushing the 10 of William Seaman towards the front. Currently in the gap, 3/10 a second, but they've caught the lap car of Cody Smart. Where does the 43 go? Now the 88's got to get around him. Oh, it's going to be tight, but Eli Bright just gets around the 43, but that slowed him up big time. Look at the run that William Seaman got off the turn. And now Smart will hold up the 48 of Keegan Thompson as well. This is big for the 48 team. He needs the points. Getting slowed up by a lap car will not help the 48 out one bit. He now has to take evasive action. Try to clear the 1 of Joe Rutkowski, but couldn't. And the 48 is losing spots rapidly and losing his chance at a title rapidly. Oh, big contact there between the 42 and the 20. Surely they can't make this out. And Keegan Thompson, watching his championship hopes go up in front of him. Slowed down by the lap car, Cody Smart. Not what he wanted. Meanwhile, back out in front, it's getting very, very racy for the lead. William Seaman to the inside of Eli Bright. This one could be a cracker of a finish. As they battle, Tim Gary is going to look to join the party. Seaman to the inside in the turns 1 and 2. Can he get it done? Tim Gary goes to the high side to support Eli Bright. Rutkowski inside the top 5. Spurley Tube might just be too far back to mount a challenge. But it's 2 great NRUK Cup Series veterans having at it here at Texas. Tim Gary is hot on the heels of William Seaman though. Where can the 4 car go as the 10 clears the 88? William Seaman to the lead at Texas. Eli Bright led for so many laps, but his win might get stolen away from him here. The 4 car has to clear the 88 as quick as possible before his teammate in the 10 car pulls away. 2 to go at Texas, and it's William Seaman who leads. Tim Garry's going to be the one, though, that is going to kind of be the make or break of this race for William Seaman. Both drivers desperate for a victory. I don't think anything's going to come between them because the 1 and the 88 are battling for third. This could be a gargantuan last lap. I don't think they'll catch the lap cars. White flag for William Seaman. One more time around. What can the 4-car Tim Garry do? If anything, Eli Bright's going to have to give him a huge shove down the backstretch. Don't think it's quite going to be enough. And into turns 3 and 4 for the final time today. Been a long time coming for William Seaman. He's out of Stuart Haas Racing at the end of the season, but today he'll win at Texas. Cracking job from William Seaman. Been a long time since he's visited NRUK Victory Lane. He's back today. Great to see him back in Victory Lane in the 10 car. Great job to William Seaman and his crew. They win at Texas. Tim Garry in second. So close to that win that he was looking for. Eli Bright gets third. A great day for Joe Rutkowski. That P4 will come in handy. Nathan Stapleton in 7th. Keegan Thompson could only rescue a 9th in the end. Max Rossi with a top 10 finish. 22 down in 12th. 14th for Nonigan Scott. That could be interesting to see how that unfolds. Oh, they're all wrecking at the end here. Huge stack up in pit lane and they've dumped their shit. Everyone's wrecking. Janssen could I get 21st in the end as Alex Fletcher forced his way inside the top 20. Let's take a look at these full finishing results. Big stories is Evan Hunter now in a must-win, but Colton Yeo in 39th, not what he wanted. Huge points implications for the field. There is your finishing order then. We'll see you next time at Charlotte for the final race in the round of 8. Thank you very much for watching.